Bloopers.
That's my favorite one yet.
So good.
You're rocking.
Well, that song, fun fact, written as a joke to make fun of like the grunge scene because they're from across the pond. That's a
funny.
UK band. And so when they heard grunge for the first time, they were like, what the fuck is that? And then they're like, this is what it sounds like. And now we play it next to all of our other grunge songs very unironically.
funny.
Gotta love us some song too.
That's a
We
fun
really do.
fact.
Yeah, welcome to Loopers.
Hello.
This is the podcast where we start in one place. We travel many places around it, and then we end in a totally different place. We do hope to circle back to some points that we start with.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've left any thoughts unturned.
Oh, we certainly have.
Okay.
Yeah, like many, like a lot of them. Yeah. Wait, but you mentioned something right before we started this podcast.
I'm having an issue.
Okay.
Fuck linen. Have you guys ever worn linen?
Oh, I thought your issue was fuck linen. So
No.
I was like, well, yeah, maybe get some fuck rayons or something. I don't know.
No.
Wow.
This is a cloth that everybody makes a big deal about. I got this linen shirt that I thought would be perfect for summer because it's light, it's airy, right? But it wrinkles to death.
Do you not have an iron?
Can you iron? No. First of all, no. Second of all, that's the thing.
Yes, you can iron linen.
I took my linen to the dry cleaner and I got it back and it was all just nice, looking nice. One little arm around someone, one hug, you cross your arms, now you're wrinkled around your nips. Like it's so weird.
But it's one of those things where it's anticipated. I don't know that I've ever seen somebody completely pressed after 5 minutes of seeing them out.
So is the linen supposed to look that way? It's supposed to be all wrinkled up?
It's not like supposed to.
I feel weird with wrinkly clothes.
There's moments where I don't care. We wake up at 3 a.m.
That's true.
So
Shit.
if it's I have clothes, I win.
All right, well, I'm going to wear a wrinkly linen on Monday. And
Yeah.
you guys can let me know what you think.
Yes.
I'm going to over-wrinkle.
Absolutely. You gotta get a
Jesus.
steamer. Get a little hand steamer.
That's a
Yeah,
good idea.
that's what I use. Like I have an iron and a hand steamer, and the hand steamer is just it works a lot quicker.
Classy motherfucker.
Hey man, that's what we did. Like when it was club time, you had to go out in the city and there was a fucking dress code that was business casual. So you had your nice shoes and the button ups.
Gotta be pressed.
We would be taking shots, getting ready, and everybody in my crew knows how to iron.
Just laundry.
Like
That is an incredible sentence. Everybody in my crew knows how to iron.
Like we would be getting ready for bachelor parties, and we're all just sitting there in our undershirts.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, who's ironing tonight? And we just
That's
go.
so wholesome.
And then like we got fancy for one of the bachelor parties, and we had the spray, the starch. I was like, man, we're gonna be crispy as fuck tonight.
I like starch.
Man,
Starched for the strippers.
Yeah.
Gotta look nice for the ladies.
Oh.
Were there strippers?
Not those bachelor
Strippers?
parties. We
You guys seem wholesome.
no.
Oh.
Yeah,
no.
let's
They
not
were-
get crazy.
I would like to hear the bachelor party stories. Begin.
Yeah, it wasn't wholesome. It was just a lot of drinking. We just because we were in Chicago, and Chicago has very strange strip club rules. So like
Do we?
some you can go and drink,
Okay.
but then there's specific rules in place, and then some you can bring BYOB.
Okay.
But then it's just
If
I don't want to deal with
If they serve
it.
liquor, they can't be fully nude. But they can be fully nude if they serve champagne.
Right.
And it's a very weird.
I'm not trying to figure all that out.
Yeah.
And then after you shell out on a very nice dinner in the city, and then you get a table set up at a bar, you've already doled out enough money. I'm not throwing it at a woman for being naked. Like I'm already tapped out, and I'm looking, and this is at a time in my mid-20s, and I'm working in radio, and I'm looking at my cash flow, and I go, get the credit card out. Just going to get the credit card out and keep it rolling.
The internet's ruined strip clubs a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you used to have to go somewhere to see a naked woman. And then you would pay to see a naked woman. And now that's everywhere. You guys have flooded the market, Maria.
I mean, like it's always been everywhere if you have game. But
Well,
yeah.
again, I have to pay to see naked women.
I said what I said. What do you mean you're not going to give that money to a woman just for being naked? You don't go to a bar and say, I'm not going to tip you just because you made me a drink.
Oh, no. Like, it's just my functional thought process that's rolling at that time is I'm counting my dollars go out of my pocket for every drink that's being poured. But then I will say this much. One of the bachelor parties, we did one of those open pour tables. You go to the table and you can pick the tap that comes to you. So, like, if we wanted vodka, we could have a vodka spout. We could have a tequila spout.
I've never heard of that.
We could have beer, like 3 different beers lined up. And we said, this is going to be nice. We explained it to everybody. We looked everybody square in their eyeballs and like, we are being charged by the ounce.
Yeah.
We are not being shut off, but be aware, if you want to take a shot, keep a tab on what you drank. And then some of the guys were like, oh, so like, can I? And I go, yes, you can, but be ready to pony up for the bill.
Yeah.
And Maris is over there with a tally, like keeping track.
and like I was keeping track of my beers and whatnot, and I knew what I was drinking. And then the other best man was keeping track of it as well. And like my friends from high school, we were like understanding what it was. And it was just like there were other family members and other work friends that ended up being there. And they were like, oh my God, it's a free-for-all. There were shots being passed around, handed to other tables, and everybody just going crazy. Tab comes out.
I'm waiting for it.
Every single motherfucker who was enjoying shots was just like, I only had 2. But I saw you with the tray. You had a tray of 10.
So now we got an issue.
It's like,
I only had 2.
So like, I'm like, okay, let's start with dinner.
Yeah.
Everybody pony up and cover for your dinner. And then that we kind of got somewhere on that because some people ate, some people didn't. And it was like, okay, we have a liquor bill. It's not beer. We have like all these shots that are ponied up, and that's why they did it.
Shots in a bar
obviously,
too.
Yeah.
Spendy.
So it was one of those things where I just kept looking at the 2 fucks who were sitting there and just pouring it up for everybody. And I was like, you two. You were the one doing it. Well, everybody had a shot. And I go, yes, but they wouldn't have had that shot if you poured. So you need to go around to every single person and be like, you had one of the shots that I poured up. So add to the till. But it ended up, me and my guys from high school, we just have this thing. We know when we go out, we're going to take care of each other, no matter what. We don't talk about it. We just order whatever it is. Why did we go giggity?
You said when you and your boys go out, you guys just take care of each other.
Oh, yeah.
He's been doing the show with me for too long at this point. Both of you now will be like, I'm like, they didn't used to be like that.
But I've always been like that. But it's one of those things where it's like when we go out, even now, we just put the 4 cards down and just tell them to split it. We don't even ask questions.
Yeah.
We drank, we ate, we had appetizers. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm happy to spend time with you. Now, when others are involved, that's where the numbers get squirrely. And then, like, we left that place, and everybody's like, well, I still don't believe that I had to pay for it, and blah, blah, blah. So at that point, we had a bunch of drunk, emotional men wandering around Chicago.
Oh, boy.
And it bubbled up, and it overwhelmed. And
what was the bill? Do you remember? Were we talking thousands? Were we talking 100?
It was
really?
over. It
Maris.
might have been 1,500. For
a month's rent for booze. Let's go.
Only bachelor party I've ever been to was Vegas, and everybody just paid for their own things. Like everybody just, if you wanted something, you bought it yourself and had your own tab, and that seemed to work pretty well too.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that endless tap. What is it called?
It's not in existence anymore. I think it's called. No, it's not Fat Boy. It's a different place.
Because I thought you were going to say like you pay $500 and then it just goes all night.
No, I mean, and that was like the weird thing because they definitely didn't cut us off. But strategically, if you're a restaurant, you just whatever liquor they had lined up for it, they made their money.
Usually,
they
me
got
and my
everything
friends
they did.
will put it on one card and then we'll all Venmo each other.
Well. Congratulations on being 10 years younger. We didn't have that option way back in the way back. And
back in my day,
we
had to exchange currency through a hand.
We carried cash.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all had cash in our pockets ready to go. And thankfully, I did get a credit card at that time in my life because I would have been fighting people. But the other thing that I hate, like when we go out for group experiences, I'm always looking around at everybody like, hey, don't forget about tax and tip. Don't forget about tax and tip. And one time we went out not bachelor party related. You'd go out with a big group and there's like 10, 15 people.
It's fun.
Everybody ordering whatever the fuck they want. It's just like throw in. Just throw money in.
Yeah.
Right.
We were short $100.
That's why I just buy my own stuff. It's easier.
The woman came running out of the restaurant.
I would too. Shit.
And it's fair. But my problem was I was at the lead of the pack. I knew where we were going next because I think we were going to Navy Pier to watch the fireworks. I'm at the front of the pack. She has run past everybody to stop me and goes, you're short 100.
You are the responsible one generally in any room you're in.
And I was like...
And you give off responsible aura, too.
And I looked at every single one of the people that I was with. And my high school guys were like, they just kind of gave me a signal. And I was like, okay. And I looked at her, and I just went, pop, 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 and handed her the money. And I just walked away. And then I looked at everybody, and I was like, you all owe me.
Send the 20s.
I do not care. You owe me before this night's over. We're all finding an ATM and we're gonna figure this out. And one of my guys, he just came up and gave me a 20 and he's like, this is for me and my girl. One of my other guys was like, hey, I got so and so and so and so. But yeah, I am so happy for Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. But I have them all, so nobody can be like
the battle scars now.
You're just requesting from everybody.
Nobody. I don't play that game anymore.
Oh, I bet your Venmo transactions are juicy. You ever stalk people on Venmo?
Oh
no,
it's
fun one.
Funny, but I've never gone that
I've
far.
been stalked on Venmo.
What?
Probably recently, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Are we diving
Someone was
into
paying.
this?
I went out for a drink with someone in our industry who's a lady, right? And we've mentioned this briefly that I'm going through a divorce. My wife and I moved here. It didn't work out. Whatever. But she was paying me back on Zelle or Venmo or something, and she wrote drinks with such and such and such, but it's public.
Yep.
And so I got a screenshot like, who the F is this? We're not even divorced yet. And I was like, oh, geez, it wasn't even a thing.
So make your Venmo private if you're going through a breakup.
We can make that private?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, because they, depending on what you're doing with your Venmo, they might pull it up to track it, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't think of that.
Because there's a whole bunch of Reddit stories where like the guys who like Venmo back and forth regularly, and it's a lot of money going back and forth between friends for whatever reason. And he was like, penis enlargement, breast reduction, tooth removal, like the random notes. They just make them completely asinine.
Oh yeah, that I do. Yeah.
They're in court reading off.
In court.
So you had a butthole bleaching on June 24th, 2022.
$200
My favorite.
for butthole bleaching.
Why do people bleach their buttholes? Are buttholes weirdly colored?
Porn.
Oh, is that why? It's just a very clean look.
Yeah.
Clean look. I'm just hitting puberty over here.
You know, clean as a whistle.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry. Speaking of drinking.
Wait a second.
What?
Did you tell us a bachelorette story?
I don't really have any. The bachelorettes that I've gone to have been like very peaceful. We get like an Airbnb
the fuck?
for a weekend. Okay, so you know how I'm not responsible?
You didn't woo girl?
I didn't have one. I got married in secret when I got married. So I didn't have a wedding.
In secret is funny. I imagine you in a cave, like keep it secret.
When I say secret, I just mean like we literally didn't tell anyone. We just we got married one afternoon, and then I went to work, and so did he. So that was it. I liked it at the time.
Okay.
Once I get husband number 2, looking for you, baby.
Here come the
I'll have a wedding, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this again. But yeah, we really didn't bachelor. What?
I was saying, not for me. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
again.
I don't know that.
You don't have to do it. Just don't do it.
Wow.
Although I'll be honest with you,
some people are very happy.
My wedding day was one of the happiest days of my life, and still was when I look back.
Well,
on
you were
it.
in fucking Hawaii.
On the beach in Hawaii.
Yeah.
A little like Hawaiian guy playing a ukulele. It was cute. It worked out well.
1,000%.
It just sucked that we got here and everything fell apart. But.
Was that a linen shirt you had on that day?
No, but that's why I bought that linen shirt, was for that. And I went to pull it out to wear it, and I was like, oh, hell no, this thing looks horrible.
Not today.
Yeah, so I had another white shirt that I used. But
Nice.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So we really didn't bachelorette. Again, maybe for husband number 2, I'll do.
But like you just had a friend in town that was married. Did she not go ham for her bachelorette?
I don't even remember what she did for a bachelorette. That was the other thing that hamstrung me a lot is I've been working in radio this whole time. So when she did get married, which was about 7 years ago, I would have had to travel to go to that, and I couldn't have afforded it.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah. There was
Living
no
all
way.
around the country in different places. People are like, wedding? I'm like,
No.
it's Aunt Sarah's second wedding. I'm not going to make this thing this time.
No shit.
Jeez.
I'll go to the next
Sarah's
one.
second wedding.
Might be her third. I don't know. Man.
We'll
I've
figure
lost
it out.
count at this point.
If I were to do a bachelorette, I don't know what I'd even do.
I mean, it's different as you get older because
Yeah.
I think we have outdone the strip clubs. I don't want to take any.
Yeah.
If and when I have a bachelor party, we're not going to a strip club. I've done this. And it always ends in buffoonery.
Can I bring the strippers to you?
I was going to say, you could always
No.
Why?
hire some lovely ladies.
What am I allowed to do for your bachelor party? I'm
First
going.
and foremost, you won't be there.
Why?
Oh, absolutely not.
Why?
Wow. We're going Little Rascal style.
What does that mean?
Boys Club.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
That's
Absolutely not.
very
No.
discriminatory.
Yes, Michael. you can sit out too.
I'm not your boy.
No, you're not my boy.
Okay.
You're my burpee princess.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Jesus
Actually, okay, that's fine.
Christ.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
The things you'll trade.
Yeah, I'll be a burpee princess. That's okay. Anyway. Jesus fucking Christ. Speaking of drinking, do you have any weird hangover cures?
Drinking good liquor.
That's a really good answer.
That's
great answer.
That is the best thing that I've learned how to do.
You're preempting.
Drink
it.
a bottle,
Gotcha.
wake up the next day, and be fine. And you're
Yeah.
like, what's going on?
No, like I speak highly on Uncle Nearest, and
You
I
do,
can
yeah.
sit and drink Uncle Nearest.
I gotta try
neat
this. I've never had
all
it.
night because it slows down my drinking, and I'm like really enjoying it. And my guys got me in a scotch.
Yeah.
So like if I just really want to just slow down and enjoy a drink, I'll sit back and drink scotch. Wake up the next day, just drink a water, and it is fine.
You're actually really onto something there because that's a thing. Like a lot of the cheap drinks and stuff, why they taste bad is because they weren't made correctly. Well, they were made correctly. They were made lazily. They bottled it instead of like burning off all the shitty stuff that does
Yeah.
make you feel like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you get the hangover. So that
Yeah.
actually makes a lot of sense.
Yep. And then it's one of those things where it's like I'm older, I can afford it a little bit better. I've got bottles of good stuff for whenever you guys come over. We've talked about a field trip of sorts coming
Oh,
soon.
yeah. That could be fun.
I don't know that he's ready for Drunk Maria yet. I don't know that I'm ready for Drunk Maria yet. I don't know that I ever get that drunk again, if I'm being honest.
I'll
I
have
will
the camera
accidentally
ready.
Probably. The fuck you will.
Nah, I have to put that on full denial for the
Yeah.
safety of all of
Really?
us.
You literally can't.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
no,
such a dick.
Absolutely not.
A dick?
Yeah, I'm a
You're
dick.
getting mean?
A little bit.
Oh.
She's mean.
Just a little dick.
Because I'm
sober.
mean normally, but you can tell that I'm joking
Yeah,
with you. But sometimes when I'm drunk, I lose whatever tone that I typically have that like
Yeah.
insinuates that I'm joking. So it just sounds like I'm being a fucking dick and saying like awful things.
Maria was so mean last night.
I should probably find a different way to be funny. I'm not gonna,
Can.
but I probably should.
It's an evolutional standpoint there, but like to Margarita, Maria is the most dangerous human being I've met for 90
That
pounds.
was one time. That was one time. It was one thing. That's not fair. You
What
can't have
happened? Have you guys
No.
told this story? What
We've
happened?
told
We've
you
told
off
you.
air.
Oh.
We won't speak of
We
it.
will never speak of it on air. It's not that bad. It's just stuff you can't
But
know.
it's also, and then I go back to the first time we met, where it's just blackout city, and we're just having a hoot and a holler and
yeah.
having a blast.
Don't remember any of it.
Not an ounce.
It's not there.
Wait, have you heard the lore of the first time we met?
No.
Oh,
So
God.
we're coming out of the pandemic, and the office has an office party.
Okay.
For Christmas party.
No one
You've
was
been.
allowed to bring a +1 because COVID restrictions.
oh,
So
yeah.
it's just your coworkers, who, by the way, I really haven't fucking met anyone yet because we were working remotely.
So you couldn't bring a +1, but you could go to a big room with a bunch of other people?
We're not saying it made sense.
No.
We're just
Okay,
saying
all right.
these were the rules.
So
Gotcha.
think of the Christmas party that you went to last year.
Yep.
Times it by 10.
Okay.
Just on what's available.
Oh, wow.
Not necessarily
Yeah, that
bodies that were around.
That was a fucking dope one.
Food,
Sometimes they do
the
it right.
Liquor, the prizes that were available.
Yeah, there was like no prizes last year. There was
No.
very little. What was going on
Yeah.
with that?
The first one was fucking
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was dope.
so dope,
So
from what I remember.
we bump into each other, and it's just instantaneous. Like,
Hello, best friend.
thick as thieves, and there was a moment where we got done because you're just running around talking to everybody you haven't seen because of the pandemic, and we got done. Everybody's like, "Hey, we're gonna go into this bar. We're just gonna get tables. We're gonna."
I was
do
already
this.
drunk by the time we went to the next place.
And
so
Yikes.
we got outside, Maria just in the poutiest way possible.
I don't remember that.
I'm tired of walking, and she just stood there, and everybody's moving. I was like, "Well, fuck this. I'm a horse." Hey,
and I'm a horse girl. Giddy up.
Get on my back, Maria.
Yeehaw.
So it's just me walking Maria down the few blocks to get to the next bar. And everybody's like, what the fuck is up with these two?
We're best friends now. We just hung out for the first time tonight. We love each other.
So we get through all of this, and now I'm starting to fade into blackout, and I don't really know what's happening. But the next day.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, this is tough.
This is
Everyone's got phones, turns out.
There's pictures just being floated around of just me and Maria, thick as thieves, talking, having a blast and everything else. Now, mind you, I haven't seen these pictures. Maria has them sent directly to her, and then somebody in the office goes, "Oh, you and Maria were real close last night." And I go, "The fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, yeah, there's pictures being floated around." I'm like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And I didn't text you right away, but
Because
then
we didn't actually know each other because we didn't really remember being that fucking friends. And so it was like we returned to our normal, like, professional relationship after that.
and then,
I just picture you guys like in the after the Hangover. You remember in the Hangover movie?
Yes.
Like you
Yeah.
look at the pictures back where they're showing them at the end, and you're just like nips out, like
little bit.
arms
but
up.
that was
craziness.
the thing. She got sent the pictures. I didn't. I still haven't seen them.
Oh, so
I've
you're
only gotten
panicking.
one.
You're like, oh God, oh what's all
No,
these
it
pictures?
wasn't a panic. I didn't have like. I don't think I had a situation at that point.
oh,
Regardless,
we-
well, I
we
just
didn't
meant
even
like,
come-
what did I do?
Yeah,
Type
and
thing.
We
Like,
didn't even come close to any lines
no,
like
none
that.
of, none of
no.
that happened. But optics, if they're sending them to Maria, and I got people whispering in my ear like, "Oh, you guys are close," I'm like, "What the fuck happened?"
What the fuck did we do?
And then everybody was like, well, "I don't know."
I was fully married at that point, and like not even like divorce was not on my. Well, divorce was a little bit on my radar, but you know, I wasn't close to getting divorced.
It's funny
yet.
how other people put things on.
Oh,
like, you know what I mean?
it was
Like it's
put.
just completely innocent and fun, and people are like, "Ooh,
That's the
kiss."
story of my fucking life. I don't think I've ever been able to be just one-on-one with any dude without
Yeah.
someone being like, "So what was that?" And I'm like, fucking, I don't know, talking, being friends with someone,
It's-
making eye contact.
when you live in a lens and everybody's constantly looking at you, because I get the same thing regularly, to my own fault, that because I am who I am.
Sometimes I come across as flirtatious when I'm not trying to be.
Yeah,
You're friendly.
Very-
See, here's the thing, though. Unfortunately for women, if you're friendly, guys just take it as flirtatious.
I
It's
know.
unfortunate.
I'm aware. Well, it's not always unfortunate. Like sometimes it's fine because like often I also meet fellow. I don't know how to phrase this. Sort of flirters where you're not really flirting. It's just like your
It's just your
personality.
language.
And
yeah.
And
It's
by
just
the
how
way,
you speak to people.
Nothing wrong with that. Being happy and fun and bubbly and
Yeah,
but people do take it different.
I have forgotten to turn it off on a date, and it didn't go good.
Turn off your bubbly?
The flirting.
Oh, well,
Because like I just have natural interactions that I've like built up in my head with waiters and waitresses and
Oh, okay,
whatnot,
so
and
yeah.
that.
You flirted with the waitress in front of
But did you flirt? Like, what'd you say?
nice ass.
What did you get yelled at for?
I think. Oh, we were putting our orders in, and then she goes, "Anything else?" And I go, "Whatever you want."
Well,
Yeah.
what was the tone? Because it'd be like, whatever you want, or it could be like, whatever you want.
I didn't make it sexy, okay,
Yes,
sir.
you fucking did. There's
Yeah.
no, I know what you sound like. Yes, you did.
Was she cute?
Fuck yeah, she was cute.
Yeah, you're dead in the water then.
Did you flirt with the waitress?
No.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay,
it
so you
wasn't
did.
because fuck you sitting at the table
Right.
with me. I was just. It was a natural reaction, and
Yeah.
I just went for it. And the thing that I forget, because you guys will remind me very quickly, there's sometimes I just say stuff. It's not sexy, but because
Yes.
I'm saying
You have
it.
a great voice.
Yeah.
I do understand what that is like, my guy. A thing that happens regularly.
I don't.
No.
I have that high register where nobody wants to listen to me. I'm like a Muppet.
Bring your voice deep. Get into that chest register. Let's see what you can do.
Rock 95.5, Chicago's rock station.
That?
Rock 95.5,
Okay,
Chicago's
now
rock
be
station.
less fucking pukey about it and just say things normally in a deep register.
Just say things normally in a deep register.
That's cute.
How would you like to come over and play cards?
That's real cute.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I like this up here. This is more fun for me. This is my spot.
Yeah.
My wheelhouse.
It's funny because like my deepest register sounds like a monster.
Bro, you got a great voice. You both could be doing voice acting.
We could be down here.
We need a cartoon.
We could be down here.
Wow, that's awesome. That is so good.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, I'm gonna make.
All right, we're gonna end this podcast before things get a little too moist. Bloopers.